Hey everyone, this is Homemaking with Rebecca. Today I'm super excited to share with you two just super ridiculously easy breakfast recipes. And also I'm sharing with you my new ebook that I wrote. This is called Just Breakfast Recipes, and it's got over 30 recipes of just some of our favorite breakfast recipes that we've used over the years. And we actually use these recipes for snacks and lunches and breakfasts. They're just kind of typically what you would see for breakfast, but we used them for all different meals and snacks as well. And so I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. I will have a link to this down in the description below and you can order it. It's going to be all black and white recipes, so it's just going to be super simple and easy to print off at your home computer, and you can put in a book like I have here with the page protector so it doesn't get stuff all over it. And so we're going to do the first two recipes in this book today, what we call egg tacos and just oatmeal, just a basic oatmeal recipe. And I know these will probably seem, if you cook a lot, this is maybe something that you already make. So when my kids were really little and they were getting up early and they were hungry and maybe I didn't have something planned, these were just two of the recipes that I had on standby and I can make up in 5 to 10 minutes. They were budget friendly and they were just easy to get on the table and healthy for my kids. I was just going to share those with you, and also maybe something you know but maybe you forgot about. And so we're going to get started with oatmeal, and I'm going to show you how just to make basic oatmeal. So if you've never made oatmeal at home, or maybe you've just used the packages, so this is quick oats that we're going to be using today, and they take about a minute or so to cook. So you can see this is quick oats here too, and they're just smaller, and so they cook up quicker. These are the old-fashioned oats, and you can see that they're bigger and they're going to be more chewy and they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. So both of these are great options. But as far as being budget friendly, you can get a thing like this for about $4 or $5. And if you want to get organic, you can get an organic package for around $6. And so like I said, it's just super budget friendly. I would make up a cup of this, and that's going to feed at least maybe 3 or so kids, probably a cup and a half if I was wanting to feed myself and them as all 4 of my kids when they were little. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So I've got a cup here of the quick oats. We're going to pour it in this pan. Then I've got 2 cups of water, and then I'm just going to put in a little pinch of salt. You can do that, but you don't have to. And all we're going to do is we're just going to bring this to a boil real quick. I'm going to stir that up for a minute. See, this has come to a full boil, and now I'm just going to turn my heat off. I'm going to put this lid on there. I'm actually going to move it off because that eye is pretty hot, and we're going to let that sit for 5 minutes. So while our oatmeal is sitting, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to make our egg tacos. I'm going to go ahead and get my eye on here, get that heating up. And then I'm just going to put that on like medium or medium low. I'm going to set out some tortillas. This is good like after you have like a taco night or something. If you have some leftover tortillas, this is really nice. So I'm just going to set 4 of these out, and we're using 6 eggs. Set these over here. And then we're going to go ahead and get our eggs cracked and ready to be scrambled. So you could add like a little bit of milk or a little bit of cream if you want your eggs to be just a little more fluffy. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. So we're making 4 tacos, so that'll be about 1.5 eggs on each taco. And I'm just going to whip that up. I like to put a little bit of salt and pepper in mine. So our pan is getting hot over here, and we are just going to go ahead, put some butter in there, about a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt up. So once your butter gets melted, you just want to pour your eggs in. So we're just going to cook them up and scramble them up. And while they're cooking, I'm going to be going ahead and just putting our tortillas out here. Getting them ready to go. Got some cheese over here. Put some cheese down the middle of each of these tortillas. So I like to put it right down the middle there. And have it all ready for our eggs. Now, scrambling these eggs. That's the timer for our oatmeal, so we'll check on it in just a minute. So I find the simpler that you make food, as long as you season it well. Kids, especially small kids, really like it better. And you could add whatever you wanted to this. You could add meat, or you could add vegetables or whatever. I usually keep it pretty simple, or I will put about a fourth of a pound of sausage, and I'll cook that up and brown it up and chop it up, and then pour my eggs over top of it and cook it. And my kids really like that. They eat eggs really good when you have the added sausage on there. All right, so you can see our eggs are done. We're just going to put them on our tortillas. I just like to kind of spoon them on here. My kids, when they got older and started liking hot sauce, they love to have hot sauce on these. But when they're little, they just kind of liked them plain. Put that on there. And then you want to wash this out right away with some cold water. So the quicker you get that egg out of the pan when it's hot like that, if you put cold water on it, it will just come right out, and then you don't have to deal with it later. So I just like to kind of get these down there. And these are like the taco size tortillas. I find they roll up a little bit better if you use those little small ones. It's kind of hard to get them to roll up. So I'm just going to fold them in here. Roll them up like this. And this would be a great on-the-go food as well. You could wrap it up and take it with you. So there we go. And number 3. And number 4. There you go. And if you've got kids that want more than one, and you can just kind of make a couple batches for them. Alright, so this is what our oatmeal looks like. I like to let that sit for a little bit, and it just kind of absorbs that water, and you can just kind of see how nice and fluffy it is there. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to add to mine. So this is also good for like babies. That's what I love, is you can, babies can eat this really easily. So it's a great first food starting out for them. And I am just going to dish this up to a little bowl here. And also the great thing about it is you can make it plain like this, and then everybody can add what they want. So a lot of times my kids like to add like peanut butter and cocoa powder to it, or you can add any type of fruit. I'm putting a little bit of this blueberry jam here. I have a video of that if you want to see how I make that. And then I'm just going to pour a little bit of cream. So we've got the blueberries, has got the sugar in it, so I'm not going to add any extra sugar. You can see how good that looks. So here I've got my blueberry and cream oatmeal, and it's going to be so good. That's really good. I really like that. It's you can taste the blueberries real strong in there, and then that cream gives it some creaminess. Now another thing you can do is when you're cooking it, instead of the 2 cups of water, you can add 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of water, and that makes it a little more creamy when you're cooking it up too. So those are 2 of my quickest and easiest breakfast recipes. And like I said, if you want those and several others, you can get this ebook. I'm going to put a link to it down in the description below. And I hope you enjoy these recipes as much as we do. It's just been so nice to work on this book and just have all our recipes in one place. We have loved it. We've got muffin recipes in here. If you're not a fan of boiled oatmeal like we just made, there's baked oatmeal recipes in here. They have a completely different texture and they're so good. There's a cinnamon roll one in there. There's some breakfast cookie recipes in there. So it's just got a variety of different ones. A lot of them you can freeze, you can make ahead. And I also have a lot of videos of some of the other recipes I've made in here on my site, but I think it's just so nice to have it all in one place, and you can print it out. And like I said, you can put it in a notebook like this, or just however you want to do it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon.